Alrighty guys, no waste of time, we're going to get straight into having a look at the new car. Right here. This is the Volvo 740 Gen 1, I think it is. Turbo intercooled. Let's have a look around. Now I'm going to be doing some maintenance on this car today. Just got it registered. We're all good to run. Ignore the wiring underneath here. Anyway, what got me really excited about this car is I know the history of them. They do have a bit of a racing history. Of course, it's not going to pop for me the first time. Oh, no, it did. So under the hood, we have a B230 FT, T standing for turbo, and it is a 4-cylinder 2.3 litre red block Volvo engine. Now these things, I love them. This one's been modified a little bit. As you can see, we've got a aluminium intercooler and radiator. Pretty nice. It does make some hectic dose noises, which I probably would hear. But yeah, it's very clean on the inside. We've got a bucket seat here. I've got a spare one in the back of the boot. Fire extinguisher, custom 3-inch exhaust all the way down. Corvette wheels, saw blade wheels. I'm not sure what Corvette they're off, sorry, but that's just what it is. But yeah, this is going to be the future project. It's misfiring a little bit now, so we're going to completely change the spark plugs. These will look new here, so I don't have to worry about them. Change the oil, change the filter. Now I'm a little bit worried that, see there's some oil here, I'm worried that the main seal up the top here behind this gear is leaking, but I'm not too worried about it for the moment. Not much I can do. When I got at the car first time, I pulled it up to the workshop. I'll show a video, and this was leaking. So it made it all the way to the workshop unregistered, but now we've got a piece of zip tie here just so it doesn't hit this belt. But yeah, I've got new hoses on the way, spark plugs. Well, I'll show you what we're doing today. It's anything too special. We've got new oil, air fresheners, oil filter, and brand new spark plugs. Just a quick service because I don't know the state of the car. But yeah, let's just show around on the inside, shall we? So in here we got the stock steering wheel. It's actually feels really nice, really sturdy. You've got an aftermarket head unit, all the gauges we need. These are obviously not stock. Air fuel ratio, which I think is pretty important on a car with a stock ECU with a little bit of mods. Aftermarket speakers, front and rear, if you can see that there. Full interior, probably not going to be. I think the headline has been weight reducted and replaced with this lightweight liner or something. I'm not 100% sure. Pretty cool car. Let's show the boot. Everything works, which is a bonus, except for reverse lights, but easy fix. A little bit dewy today. Don't worry, it's going to be getting it clean. Here's the boot space. It comes with heaps of spare parts. As you can see, just heaps of space in the boot. There is one problem here. It's this dent. As you can see, there's like a crushed dent here, but I don't know if that's from this side because the fella that last owned this drift tapped it at Queensland Raceway. But this is it. Let's get into the servicing. Install the new plates and get this thing working. So I've done the spark plugs. Turn this off. Alright, now I turn the fan off. So I've done the spark plugs and I cleaned the MAF sensor and it's already running way better. Felt like it was misfiring a little bit every now and then, but now it's running really solid. I can show you. This thing is so impressive, by the way. It starts first crank every time. And this thing is 250,000 Ks? Yeah. Look at that, one crank, and it's already on. As you can hear, it sounds a lot better as well. It's not. Yeah, now we're on to oil change. So, oil's drained. Just got it in a bucket here. Oil filter off. No shrapnel, so that's good. Oil looks healthy. Just a bit old. But I just wanted to show where this oil filter is. Alright, so that's the drain plug in a really exposed spot, really nice. And then you can see the oil filter's just there. And it's easy enough to get two hands in there and just loosen it up and tighten it up. Just wanted to show that little engineering there. Thought it was pretty nice. Yep, but I did find an oil leak that drips like every 2 seconds when it's running. So, a bit hard to see. Up in there, see this little sensor? I believe it's just not tight enough and it's not sealing properly. So we tighten that up, fill it up with oil, and then we are ready to go, and that's maintenance done. There's also a cool little thing in here, right? I know it's just water for the windscreen wipers, but it actually doubles as a intercooler sprayer, which I thought was pretty damn cool. Also, I need a new filter here. This one is dirty and white rattling. But other than that, very happy with this car, to be honest. So after doing all that stuff, we're all good to go now. Oil's in, spark plugs in, air fuel, no sorry, MAF sensor's clean. I even fixed that oil leak down there. So happy with what I've done. Now it's time to take it for a drive, which I'm pretty happy about. And I got to get new light bulbs for the fog lights down here and the number plate lights on the rear. So I got to go for a drive.
I'm gonna send this to.
So we made it all the way out to a cruise. We're testing it out, and unfortunately, I don't know if you can see that, there is a line of oil down there, and underneath the car it's covered. Wow. Really bad, really bad. I don't know what's going on. We're about to figure it out. Alrighty, so it's the next day of the Volvo shenanigans. So last night we broke down, noticed the car was smoking, fella drove past us and said it was smoking a fair bit. So then I pulled over at a gas station and there was a massive trail of oil leading to the car. It wasn't a good sign. Looked under the car and it was oil everywhere. This bonnet never pops the first time. So we got a mate to come pick me up, and we realised it was the turbo drain hose pipe thingy, and it snapped. So it's a hard line and it just snapped clean off the turbo. It's going to be a bit hard to see in there, but I'll give you a better view later. But we got to take that off, and I got to take the flange off, then we got to re-weld it. I'm going to cut it down the middle, make like a gap like that, and have a piece of rubber hose in it. That way the vibrations won't affect it like it has. So this has been on here for years. This could be the stock original turbo from 1989, which I doubt, but could be very possible. And so over the years it's just frayed and wobbled around. So that's the plan for the Volvo today. But we've also got another video I'm going to make, and we're going to tear this down to bare block. So take off all this shit to bare block and get this ready for tear down and rebuild. But first we've got to get this running, because this is the fun car and this is the drift car and this is what I want to be driving. So yeah, we got to get this done. So first things first, I think I'm going to jack it up, get underneath it and see what we can do. By the way, this is the best jack ever engineered. And I'll show you exactly why. So, I don't know if you can see, but this jack has a hole in it. So you'd wind that up here into a hole. Then it goes up and over that, which is like a little pole. And then watch this. This jack piece here goes in like that. And look at that, look at it. Fast, simple, and reliable. So here it is, here's the problem. So this side is the turbo side, and as you can see, it will clear up a little bit. It's just snapped off. And this side has just pulled out, so I'm a little bit confused as to why that just comes out like that. But anyway, we're going to clean this up. I'm going to take the flange off and hopefully we can get this re-welded. Cut a section out like that, put a little hose pipe in and see how it holds up. But this is concerning me because this just comes straight out. Anyway, keep you updated. So after a bit of cleaning up, this is what we have. But I'm really concerned because the bottom piece comes straight out. And I wanted to put a hose in the middle, and that might be too flexy for this to work, but I need to take the flange off for this side so we can weld that flange back on correctly, and go from there. Alright, so the flange is off, as we can see here.
Alright, I just watched whistling.
I am recording! Alright, so as you can see here, it just fits right up, like that.
Alright, sorry John, what you say?
So now, we're just going to put the intake back on and the intercooler piping, which is becoming a pain right now. Yep, anyway, I'm going to do that. But yeah, we're going to have to get this welded up, and then next week, we'll have it back together, hopefully. It's just the stupidest crack there, just completely snapped off. So I'm thinking about putting a flex line in the middle here, like I said. But we'll fix that up. Probably get a new rubber seal as well, just because I think it's leaking out of where that seal was. But then we are all good to put this back together and hopefully drive it again. But anyway, that's all guys, thanks for watching, see you later.